A very warm welcome to today's video. My name is Alex. I'm a pet portrait and animal artist specialising in acrylic paints. This morning I'm stretching and priming a canvas ready for a commission that I have received. I'm also packaging up some Etsy orders ready to pop in the post later on today. On my last video I had some comments from people asking how I go about getting commissions or how people can get more commissions. So I thought I would just spend the next 5-10 minutes talking through my process and the kind of things that I do. Notes last night on my laptop, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing, checking my notes. My experience obviously applies to pet portraits and animal portraits, but I kind of feel like these tips would apply to any kind of commission-based art business. So if you're doing, for example, wedding bouquets, or people like to have the outside of their houses painted, or family portraiture, horse paintings, anything like that, anything that's commission-based. So the first thing I would say is doing commissions for friends and family in the beginning is a great idea, because they're obviously going to be your biggest audience. If you're first starting out on your commission art business journey, then they'll be the people that you talk to about it the most, and also the people that are going to be seeing the paintings that you make. Obviously you'll be photographing them, and then you'll have those photos to use for your marketing on your social media, or also on your website if you're thinking about creating a website. And you can also ask friends and family for reviews. Reviews are so great because you can use these for years and years and years to come. You can put them onto your website, onto your social media, and obviously it builds trust with any future clients that you may have. So my second tip is to find a marketing niche in your local area. So you may want to think about this either in the traditional sense, so maybe by getting posters made and displayed in your local village hall or in local shops. You could also make a flyer on Canva and distribute this to your neighbours. Another route is to use social media. So Facebook groups are really good. When I first started out doing commissions, I lived in Dubai, and I found a group on Facebook called Dogs in Dubai, and I posted a couple of paintings, like example paintings that I'd done, onto that group, and I had so many people message me just from that one post. Do the same and just find some local groups in your area. Just go to the search toolbar in Facebook and type in what you're looking for. So obviously if it's pet portraiture, you could type in, for example, I live in Horsham, so I would type in dogs in Horsham, and it would search for those keywords, dogs in Horsham, and then bring up a list of suitable groups. And then you just want to join those groups and just double check what their rules are. Sometimes you have to fill out some questions in order to get access to the group, and in some instances you do have to submit your post to an admin team, and they'll check it before they can put it onto the group. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing that. That's always been a great method for me to use, and also it's completely free. All you need to have is a Facebook account. Also use WhatsApp groups. So I am part of my village WhatsApp group, which has around 200 people in. So just think about maybe posting a photo of your work in there and just saying, you know, I'm a local artist. If you're interested, just contact me. I think people often overlook what is on their doorstep. If you are selling to people locally, that will keep your postage costs down. These can be quite high when you're posting big paintings. So if you're able to hand deliver them, then that can save a lot of money. So my next tip, and it's a fairly obvious one, is word of mouth. So this has by far been the best method for me in receiving commissions. Obviously, if people get a painting and they're happy with it, they're going to tell their friends, and those friends will tell their friends. So yeah, it's basically free marketing for you. You need to provide a good service. So not only a good painting, but think about your shipping, packaging, and wrapping your paintings. Could you include anything nice in your packages to improve the customer experience? Communication is key. So when I do a commission, I communicate with the recipient quite often with progress photos, just to make sure they're happy. Some people might not want this, they may want it to be more of a surprise at the end, but I find that most of my clients do like to have progress photos. When you post the parcel, make sure that you get a tracking number for it and send that tracking number to your client. So my next tip is to show your face more. So this applies if you have social media presence or a website. So since I started showing my face more, I've definitely started receiving more commissions. And you don't necessarily have to do talking on camera like I'm doing now. I'm not the most confident person at doing this, and I know it really is not a thing that some people want to do. But even just posting a photo, maybe of you holding up one of your paintings, or maybe even just a side shot of you doing a painting and just uploading that. So yeah, instead of just taking photos of your paintings and uploading those, make sure you've got kind of images of you mixed in with it as well. And also just do what you're comfortable doing. So for me, I really don't like the idea of doing talking videos and uploading these onto Instagram. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that with YouTube. So yeah, just do whatever you feel comfortable doing. I do feel like showing your face more can build trust with you and your potential clients. And my next tip is to have a website. So nowadays it's quite easy to build your own website. You do have to put the research in if you're doing it yourself, but with websites and platforms like Squarespace and Wix, they just make it really, really easy for you to design your own. And if you're making it quite basic, then it should be fairly straightforward. I use Skillshare for a lot of my kind of online teaching. So using that platform, I found classes and taught myself how to set up a website on Squarespace. This is just a really great way of keeping all of your marketing information in one place and having your photos on there and your reviews and also your price list. If you only have this on social media and something happens to your account, I'm hearing more and more these days about people whose accounts are getting hacked and they just lose everything that was on there, all their followers, all their photos. So you don't want to be in that situation. Yeah, a website is a really professional way of kind of showcasing your brand, and even if it's small at the moment, it will grow over time. So yeah, I set my website up last May, I think it was, so I've not had it for even a year yet, but I've seen my page views steadily increasing over time. I'll insert a little image now if I can, and I've actually had 2 orders via my website, so they've both been recently as well. So I think that's kind of showing that my online presence is growing in that sense. And if you're selling via your own website, you have complete control over what you're doing. Obviously, if it's via a third-party website like Etsy, you still have a certain amount of control. And if for any reason your shop was closed and you couldn't sell anymore, then it's always nice to have a second option. And the other thing about selling on Etsy, although it's a great platform and the setup costs are very low, if you do make a sale, they do take about 12% off of that for certain fees and commission and that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're selling, say, a £200 painting, 12% of that is quite a big chunk. So on my website, I'm currently selling my cards on there. You do have to pay an annual fee to set up a shop, and then you pay also on each sale that you make, but the percentage on each sale is very, very low. Obviously, if you're setting up your website, you can look into all these costs yourself. And with my paintings via my website, I don't actually have these for sale through an online shop. I say to people to message me if they're interested in purchasing a portrait. So obviously that way you have no fees at all because people directly message you, and I take payment via PayPal. So as long as people are happy to make payment that way, then you don't really have any fees associated with that. So setting up your own Etsy shop can be a bit of work initially, and also to kind of keep it up to date, but I would highly recommend doing it. I still receive a lot of my commissions from there. If you can afford it, I would definitely recommend turning on Etsy ads as well. So you can set the amount you want to spend on Etsy ads. The smallest amount is $1 a day, and it goes all the way up to $25 a day, I believe. So I have set mine as $1, so I've gone the lowest end. I do want to kind of transition eventually from my Etsy shop to orders only being placed on my website. So yeah, basically if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend switching Etsy ads on. It's helped me massively, and you only pay if someone clicks on one of your ads. So you wouldn't necessarily pay that amount every single day, it's only if someone clicks on it. So my next tip is to attend craft fairs and art markets. I did my first art market in December 2023, and it was quite a large amount of work to do up front, but I feel like with every subsequent one I do from now on, it will just get easier and easier. Yeah, it was just a really, really lovely day, and not only enjoyable, you get to meet loads of people, different artists, and also lots of customers in your local area, and you can hand out things like flyers and business cards. So yeah, it's just a really good way of spreading the word about what you're doing. When I lived lived in Dubai, I did 2 dog events where I showed my paintings, and these were both really successful for me. So many people took my business cards, and I think from each of those events I got roughly 3 or 4 commissions from them. I didn't have to pay anything for the events either. They invited me along for free. So yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. And again, you can use Facebook groups again to find craft fairs in your local area. You want to pick the ones where most people have engaged with. So if they've got a lot of likes, or if you know a lot of people attend them or buy tickets, then go for those ones. You don't really want to go to quiet ones where there's not going to be that many people. So this year I have 2 that I have signed up for. So the first one is a dog festival called Dogstival. So I kind of know that's going to be my target audience. And the second one is more of a craft market art type event. So they're 2 very different kind of events. So it'd be good to compare them and see which one is more successful for me. So yeah, just have a look in your local area. As I said, use Facebook groups. You could also just ask people or go to your village hall. Quite often you'll have posters up there of different things that are going on. Or you could use Google to look further afield. Perhaps you could see if you've got any dog festivals near you. I know they're getting quite popular now and they're all kind of popping up all over the country. So that was a fairly quick run through of some tips I have for getting more commissions. Obviously, if I think of any more in the future, I'll include these in any subsequent videos, or if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. So I think the main thing with getting commissions is just to use not one method, but a variety of different things, which together would hopefully increase your online presence and also your presence in your local area. And above all, just do what you feel comfortable doing. If you're not happy using social media, then just go down the route of more traditional methods of handing out flyers and posters. And if you are happy with putting your face out there, I definitely recommend it, only to a level that you're happy with doing. And yeah, I hope these tips have helped in some way. We have a power cut at the moment, so I need to try and find jobs that don't involve using any electricity. Luckily painting doesn't, so yeah, I'm going to make a start on this Basset Hound. I'll just show you here. I've done the outline in pencil, so he's all ready to go now. I've run out of 2nd class stamps, so I'm going to go and grab a load of those. And yeah, I need to, oh, hold on. I've also finished another commission, so let me just put it here. So I need to varnish that and let it dry. I've just realised I've done the edges on the side, top and this side, but I just need to finish the edges below. I always save them till last, and then I think, oh, the painting's done, and then no, the edges still haven't been done properly. So yeah, I'll finish that and then get a first layer of varnish on. I was packaging up my new cat greeting card designs last night, and I thought I would just show you in the daylight. So they're all packaged up and hand signed. This is actually a painting that I did 2 years ago. It was a commission for a lady, and I asked her if she would mind if I turned it into a greeting card, and she's happy with that. So I said I would send her one as kind of a thank you. So I'm going to package this one up now and send it over to her. As I'm doing more of these greeting cards, I'm kind of finding that I like the cards better when they're taken from larger paintings on canvas. So I have been doing some smaller designs on this canvas paper, but the ones that I'm turning into greeting cards from this, I'm not finding are as good quality as when I take them from larger paintings. Yeah, it's just something about it. I just think the quality of the print is better. Yeah. So I'm going to package this one up now and send it over. And also, after I've done that, I am going to do a bit of work on this portrait of Rusty, the boxer. For those of you who have taken my Skillshare course, my first Skillshare tutorial, you might recognise this. It's the painting that I teach in there. And this is the point I get to at the end. And I love paintings to have kind of a loose feel to them. So this one is quite loose, there's kind of unfinished areas, but I thought to give people the option of what it would look like if you carried on working on a painting and working it up to more of a finished kind of style. I appreciate photorealistic paintings. I think the people that do them are so talented, but for me, I do like kind of more of a painterly look in my paintings. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to do a bit more work on Rusty, and I am going to film this for my Skillshare class and add it as a new lesson, as a bonus lesson. Yes, I'm just going to do a little bit of that now. So I've just popped onto Affinity Photo and thought I would show you my next greeting card design. So this one I've named Cooper. So yeah, I've just basically put it into my card template. So this is the size that it's printed out, and then obviously when they print it, they put a crease down the middle, so it's quite easy to make into a greeting card. Put my logo on this side and the artwork on this side. I'm also going to turn this artwork into a bookmark. So here is the bookmark dimensions. So I use printed.com to print off my cards, and I'm now doing bookmarks as well. Certain paintings don't work well as bookmarks because they're too kind of short, but I think this one works well because he goes up just past the middle of the bookmark. And yeah, I'm going to get some of these printed as well. I'll probably start off with maybe a sample size of about 10 just to see how they get on. And I'm also going to start advertising that if you order a pet portrait, then you also have the option of adding on greeting cards with your order. So I just need to kind of work out costs, because if people only order, say, 1 or 2 greeting cards, it might be a bit too expensive. I didn't get a chance to start my Basset Hound painting during the day, so I'm just working on that now. I've got my iPhone set up because I'm filming a time-lapse reel, so if you're interested in seeing that, then head over to my Instagram. I'm also testing out some new brushes that I kindly got sent from ARTISIT. So if you've made it to the end of this video, then thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I hope the tips that I shared about getting commissions have been useful. If you've got any questions or comments or any tips that I could put into practice, then just let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.